This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings, powered by eXp Realty. Online at madeformoreliving.com.
So we have this beautiful office downtown or in Roseville. And
why is it beautiful? Describe it to us.
it is stunning. Like, we get so many compliments on it. Why it's beautiful.
Does it have a gym?
There is a gym, not
Okay.
like in like our working area, but there is a gym on site.
How is the break room? That's the big thing.
They have a good coffee machine.
Okay, just a coffee machine? Do you guys
Just a
have a
coffee
vending
machine.
machine? Do you have a snack bar? Do you have...
There's no vending machine. Everything's free. It's like Google.
Oh, wow.
There's all this free food.
I'm sold. Let's go right now.
Well, Christina's been there.
Christina Mendonza from
Yeah.
ABC 10.
Yes.
Oh, wow,
She's
okay.
come. I don't know why you haven't been able to make it out yet. We gotta send the
I'm a busy
limo.
guy, Johnny. I'm trying to make things happen.
Yeah, man about town.
No, well, you just needed to tell me everything's free in the kitchen, and I'd be there.
Oh, there's some
I'm all
good
about
snacks.
the food.
There are
you know?
some good snacks in
So
there.
you guys are right near the Chick-fil-A on Pleasant Grove and 65, right?
Correct.
So
Yep.
if I can't get my fill at your kitchen, I'll just head over to Chick-fil-A.
Yep, and there's a Sonic right across the street. There's a Starbucks nearby, and I know this is really important to you. There's a cigar lounge within walking distance.
Oh, now it's clear
Yep.
why you chose that piece of property.
Man, I didn't pick it. Brent
because
picked it.
I'm going to assume that you guys are more in the cigar lounge than you are actually in the office.
I used to be, but not
Do
these
they
days.
deliver?
The cigars?
Yeah.
No. I'm trying to actually get access to the roof. I think it'd be fun to have access to the roof. And
To
just,
the roof where your building is?
and just be able to hang out there,
that's
put an
nice.
easy up. And
Because you're not the only tenant in the building then,
Oh,
right?
no. Our office is a decent size. It's over 7,000 square feet. But there's hundreds of thousands of square feet. It's those two big buildings right there. But there's beautiful glass windows like all along one side of the building. There's like there's 4 private rooms, like
Yeah.
conference rooms. One seats like 25, one seats 12. Like it's absolutely stunning. But you should
Well,
come by sometime and check
Christina
it out.
Mendonza just has nothing going on. So she's trying to find ways to kill time.
Oh, my gosh.
And to fill up her calendar where I'm a busy guy. I've got 3 kids. I'm going to be a soccer coach.
That's true. She
Do
is
you
an empty
realize how
nester.
busy that is?
She
What?
is an empty nester.
Yeah.
So she's got
I'm just
that.
playing. We all love Christina Mendonza.
We do. So she gave this
She's
presentation.
a legend here in Sacramento.
Legend, and she's done a lot for like women's business as well.
That's right.
Which is really like, obviously I'm a dude, but I work with
Thanks for clarifying that.
primarily females. Like there's your average realtor.
Why
is, like
is that?
50,
So,
55.
so would you say the real estate industry is a female-dominated arena?
As far as agent count, absolutely.
Why is that?
People like women better.
Is
Like,
that what it is?
Women can multitask.
So you would say that women do better in real estate than men financially?
Man,
Because if
we're-
you look at the top,
Yeah.
the top, right?
Yeah.
When you say it's mostly dominated by men, though.
Yep. The teams tend to be dominated by men, and then there's women working on the teams. Not all of them. Like there's some strong teams out there that are led by females. But you look at Remax, Dave Linegar, Keller Williams, Gary Keller, Compass, I forget the guy's name, but it's a dude. EXP, it's Glenn Sanford.
Then you got Tom Daves and Brent Gove,
Barbara Corcoran, but then she sold, and it's probably,
Right.
I don't know who runs it now, but
from the Shark Tank.
yeah, from Shark Tank. But
just people like working with women.
I think there's certain skill sets different
Yeah.
people bring to the table, and in terms of like being hospitable, multitasking, being productive, getting a lot done, that's where like people love working with Valerie.
Right.
My wife.
Well, it's a people industry. It's about relationships, right? And women are known naturally. That's how they're born to be good at relationships.
Yeah, they're more about tea parties, and the dudes
Yeah.
are more about like let's
get it done.
Let's shoot.
Let's sell your house. Let's
shoot
get
a
the most
squirrel.
money possible.
Let's shoot a squirrel. Like the
Yeah.
dudes are more.
Let's go have a cigar.
Let's go have a cigar. But yeah. So what's really crazy right now in the real estate world? So if you're listening, and you're a real estate agent, you can probably this will resonate with you. That it seems like it's the rich and the rest. So there's very few agents succeeding, but they're succeeding at such a high level, and then there's just everybody else, all the other agents. In 2023, so last year.
So what you're saying is what a lot of certain politicians would say is when it comes to real estate, there's no middle class.
Oh, there's definitely no middle class.
Okay. So there's the rich and those that
And the
are
rest.
in poverty.
Yep. And I mean, your typical realtor makes like 55, like the national average is something like $55,000 a year.
Okay.
You would you would make more working at In-N-Out than you would be as a real estate agent. And
That's a lot of overtime.
not if you're doing like, what are they at? Like 24
$20-something an hour.
bucks an hour? Yeah.
There you go.
And so, but anyways, so the rich and the rest. And what does this have to do with like real estate agents? Well, like, why are they winning? Who are they associated with? What systems and tools? What are their daily habits? Like, there's a reason why they're winning. It's not magic, right? There's not like a magic wand that
They're
wave.
not just naturally more talented. They're smarter. You're not saying that's the case?
Absolutely not. I would say the top producers have less talent and are dumber
Wow.
than everybody else. Like, I am not the smartest dude by any stretch, but we're selling a home on average every 3 days. I am not the smartest guy, but I have people in my corner who are. And it's those people that are helping our clients and that are helping move this business
Well,
forward.
I think that's true of anyone who succeeds in business. You know, if you look at Tesla, if you look at Amazon, if you look at Microsoft, I think all of those guys would admit that they are not the smartest. Maybe they grew to be smarter, but that's because they hustled. I think you would agree, right? It's those that hustle and that are hustling 24/7 that are eager and hungry. And I think that's true of whatever business you're in, whether you're a business owner of not even real estate, of any type of business. It's those that hustle and hustle that do well. It's not necessarily always the most. I think that's true of every industry in our world. It's not the most, even if you look at the entertainment industry, right? Oftentimes it's luck is involved, but it's not always the talented people that are doing well in Hollywood. It's the ones that are lucky and the ones that are hustling or have the relationships.
So I heard this this old guy told me one time, he was very successful, and he said, Johnny, what a lot of young people will tell you is who are successful is they were successful because they hustled, because they worked harder than everybody else. But as people get older in life, the older, more successful people will tell you, yes, I worked hard. Yes, I hustled. Yes, I did all that. But there was also some luck involved.
Sure. Yeah.
And so whether that's divine or whether it is just, luck of the draw.
Who you met, who you had the opportunity to develop a relationship with.
And so what I try to do is because Valerie and I got started really young. So if she was, I think, 21 when she was licensed and I was 24. And people were looking at it like, are you old enough to have a license, Valerie? Like,
right.
Can you even drink?
Do you have a driver's license?
Yeah, exactly. And so
kids nowadays don't get their driver's license till they're 35.
Because we were so young, I was so focused on what are the older people doing. Like, I want to learn from them. I don't want to take 20 years, 30 years to gain this experience to then, when I'm 20 or 30 years older, be able to cash it in and be successful. Like, what are the old people doing? And so I'm always trying to look at what is somebody with more experience and knowledge and perspective, what would they say to their younger self? What would they say to me? And essentially what it comes down to is, and this isn't just me, this is actually one of the top coaches in the country, top real estate coaches in the country. His name's Tom Ferry, over 75,000 hours. The dude's worth a ton of money. He knows what he's talking about. And after coaching for over 75,000 hours, so it takes you 10,000 hours on average to be an expert. He's done that in excess of 7 times. And what he found is that in order to be successful in real estate, and this probably translates to other businesses as well, is one, ambition. You have to want it. You absolutely have to want it. So what's your ambition? And he said, number 2, the reason why you're probably not succeeding or you're not hitting those higher goals is you're earning exactly what you need to be comfortable. So if that number is 50,000, if that number is 100,000, if that number is 500,000, you're earning exactly what you need to be comfortable. That's why you're not pushing in and growing into a new category. And so after 75,000 hours, so if you're in real estate and you're thinking, man, why am I not succeeding? 1, what's your ambition? And 2, are you comfortable? Are your bills paid? Is there gas in the car, food on the table, and you have some time off on the weekends? I'm not saying there's a right or a wrong. Everybody has different goals. Not everybody wants to work the same amount, or everybody wants to make so much money, but that's probably your rev limiter. And then something, I've said this before and I'll say it again, you have to identify your what. So everybody talks about the why, right? Like why?
Well, that's your ambition, wouldn't you say?
Ambition's why. Right? Why do you want to do all this? Exactly. It's totally the why. I want to provide for my family. I want to retire my parents. I want to send my kids to college. I want to travel. Like essentially,
Sure.
you hear the same 10 to 15 things. But where you deviate is the what. What is somebody willing to sacrifice to get their why? Like that's the gap. You have to bridge that gap, and you're bridging that gap from where you are and where your goals are with the what.
So what's been your what to be successful, to be where you're at?
You have to sacrifice friendships. You have to sacrifice.
Hold on a second. I want to write these down. So you've had to sacrifice friendships in order to get to where you're at.
In order to grow.
What do you mean by sacrificing friendships?
So if you have friends who are working a regular like job Monday through Friday and they have nights and weekends off and they want to hang out.
Okay.
No, I can't, man. I'm working.
Okay.
Or I have an appointment. And then what happens is as you start seeing success and they're stuck where they're at, which may be they may be happy where they're at, but now there's a difference between where they were at and where you were with them, like you were together in that same spot, and now you're over here. There's a gap.
Okay.
And so what they'll try to do is they'll try to pull you back to where they are, and you have to continue on your own life's journey because you have your own goals.
Right.
And that separation is what sometimes.
So friendships. What else?
Friendships. So health. I used to be 45, almost 50 pounds heavier. Sacrificed health. It was just easier to eat what was readily available.
Gotcha.
You have to sacrifice a lot of money. Like people are blown away when I peel back the curtain and say, hey, this is how we're investing in our agents. This is what we're doing. These are the tools we provide.
Right.
This is how we support. There's a lot of people who are not willing to take that financial leap, or they don't believe in their people enough to invest in them. Right.
Yeah.
But for whatever it is, they're not willing to open their checkbook and write checks. And this is something that I will not sacrifice, but I've seen other people do it, is family. Like how many people do you know who have a lot of money, who have successful businesses, but are divorced?
Right.
Or maybe they're married, but their kids hate them.
Right.
And that's like this is so again, you have to identify what is it you're willing to sacrifice in order to get where you want to go. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that's the line in the sand. I heard it. Brent Gove says it to us all the time, and he says, your business is like a rubber ball. You can bounce that rubber ball, you can juggle it, you drop it occasionally, pick it back up, and you can continue on with your business. But your family is like a crystal ball. If you drop that ball, there's no putting it back.
Ooh.
You may be able to glue it back together, but it's not going to look the same.
Wow.
As before you broke it.
That's pretty profound. I like that.
So, anyways. Yep, that's what we're seeing. And so if you're a real estate agent and you are wanting, and you know what your whats are, you have ambition and you're wanting to succeed, but you're not feeling like you're getting the support, you're not feeling like you're seeing the results where you're at, go ahead, reach out to us, give us a call. Just call or text 530-GET-MORE. That's 530-GET-MORE. Or just Google us and see what we're all about. You can see us on madeformorerealty.com.
Hey, if you're listening right now and you're thinking, I wonder what kind of offers Johnny Jennings could get me for my home, well, reach out and find out that he'll sell your home on average 27% faster than everyone else, and on average for a 3% higher purchase price than other realtors. Expect more, get more with Johnny Jennings and the Tom Daves team at Made for More Realty, brokered by EXP. Just Google Made for More Realty today and get more for your home. License number 581837.